All right, everybody. Here we go. This is my preview video for the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, there's a lot happened within the last week. As we know, Jalen Ramsey has moved on to the Los Angeles Rams. Well, and let me just say a little bit about that now. So Los Angeles Rams have our top three picks over the last at least for three of the last 5 years, I put it that way. They have our 2014 pick in Blake Bortles. They also have Dante Fowler Jr. And of course they have Jalen Ramsey. Now, one thing other teams know about Jacksonville is that now we will wow. Anyway, let me just leave that alone. So with that being said, okay. So Jalen's gone. So what is that? How does that impact us? Well, the first thing that it means is that we're gonna have trouble covering people, the other team's best receivers, because all we have now is AJ Boye. Now, the other two corners that we have, and forgive me, I don't know what their name is, but the bottom line is the other two corners that we have on staff, they're not as good as AJ Boye, and they're definitely not no Jalen Ramsey. So that's going to be our weakness on our defense now. And that's going to be exported in this upcoming game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, on the other side of the ball, now Cincinnati, they don't have nearly what they need. For instance, they have a very weak defense. Their passing attack is suspect. Their running attack is okay. That's why they're 0-6. But that doesn't mean anything on any given Sunday, because especially in a Jacksonville team that was supposed to defeat the Carolina Panthers, if you remember. We were picked to beat the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers wound up beating us. Jacksonville team who failed to convert on fourth down against the Houston Texans when they should have gave it to Gardner Minshew instead of giving it to Leonard Fournette, who was having a bad game. That's the same Jacksonville team that's going up into Cincinnati. Now, I'm going to show you something else. Now, Cincinnati Bengals, being 0-6, they're actually, in their local press, they're actually excited about Jacksonville coming, and they're saying that they're going to get their first win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Even though Jacksonville's picked to beat them by 2.5 points. They're a 2.5 point favorite over the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, so Jacksonville can't go to Cincinnati and thinking that they're just going to give them the game, because that's not going to happen. They're going to have to fight for that game, because you got a Cincinnati team that's fired up. You got all those fans there that's going to be ready to try to support their team, who's now 0-6, and they're going to get a game eventually. They're going to get a game or two or whatever. Now, and then another point is that Jacksonville in the standings is in third place in the AFC South, and Jacksonville is 2 games out of second place. You hear me? 2 games out of second place behind the Colts and the Texans. Now look at there. So if we'd have won that game against the Texans, we'd be at least 1 game out. But now we're 2 games out. So losing this game essentially seals our fate for the remainder of the season. We're 2-4 now, because we couldn't even score a touchdown last game. And then we lost by crumbs against the Carolina team, and then we lost about a point to the Texans. So here we go right now. We're sitting at 2-4, and we're getting ready to go up against the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a must-win game. This game is a must-win game. Now, if we don't win this game here, if we go to 2-5, it's going to be virtually impossible to kind of get our way back up, because Houston is on a stride now. Now, I'm going to point out something else. We lost to the Kansas City. We got blown out against the Kansas City Chiefs in week 1. Houston Texans, they beat Kansas City. Guess what? The Colts beat Kansas City as well. So everybody besides Tennessee has beaten Kansas City Chiefs, who was a preseason pick to be representing the AFC. Now, Jacksonville is in a very dangerous position right now, sitting at 2-4 in going into week 7. If we must win this game against Cincinnati Bengals, we got to go out there and fight and win this game. In fact, as Leonard Fournette put it, we got to win not only this game, but we need to win a game against the Jets in Jacksonville. So the next 2 games we need to win. So what are some of the factors that can help us to win? Well, first of all, they figured out, the Saints, they figured out Gardner Minshew. They figured him out. They figured out DJ Chark. They figured him out. They figured him out how to stop Leonard Fournette. So therein lies the 13-6 defeat to the New Orleans Saints. Now, the Saints is a good team, and I'm trying to tell you that Cincinnati is not the Saints. But with that being said, that film is right there. So all Cincinnati has to do is at least try to duplicate somewhat of what New Orleans did. Now, they don't have the personnel to do that. So that's why the reason why I feel that Jacksonville will win the game is because I think that the defense has something to prove. They want to prove that they do not miss Jalen Ramsey. So the defense is going to come out fired up. The offense, on the other hand, can make or break this game. If they come out and play to the potential, Fournette, Chark, all the other wide receivers, and Gardner Minshew shakes off that poor performance in Jacksonville, this game could be a blowout. It could be a 27-10 game. It really could be a 27-10 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. And therein is my prediction. Because I feel that the team they don't have an identity. They don't know what they're going to do this year. They feel desperate right now. They feel that they got something to prove. And I believe that Jacksonville feeling that they have something to prove outweighs Cincinnati's desire to win a game. And both of those going to come to a glaring clash, as you see in this game. The only thing that can shortchange my 27-10 prediction is Jacksonville with its penalties. The offensive line going to need to block so that Leonard Fournette can bust a couple yards, a couple of those 50, 60-yard bursts. And for whatever reason, they seem to play better away from home anyway. So, in my conclusion, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Jacksonville to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 27-10 in a runaway blowout, held by a tenacious defense, and Gardner Minshew redeeming himself by throwing 3 touchdowns in this game. I'm going to say that Leonard Fournette is going to get 150 yards rushing and a touchdown. I'm going to say that DJ Chark's going to get him a touchdown, and I'm going to say that Gardner Minshew is going to throw for 3 touchdowns in a Jacksonville 27-10 blowout over the Cincinnati Bengals. So therein lies my Week 7 prediction. I know it's kind of late in the week, but I really want to think about this thing before I put it out. So there it is. Jacksonville Jaguars will defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 27-10 in Cincinnati to get to 3-4 going into Week 8 up against of course the New York City Jets, Jets. So right now it's all about Cincinnati Bengals, and it's all about redemption. This is Redemption Sunday for the Jacksonville Jaguars. With that being said, you all have a wonderful day. Go Jacksonville, go Duval. Duval till we die.